Hey YouTube, I clipped this just to show off my thoughts on some upcoming content. If you want to check out the full video, please check it out in the card to the right. Otherwise, enjoy this short piece. Drop a like on the video and subscribe if you haven't already. Alright, let's get started. Arciela's lost chapter. Arciela is back, baby. She's getting support armor, so that 5% attack up and 5% HP damage cap up. Her LD is 100% AoE attack, and she gets more eye brave and attack up from her limit breaks. She's getting a new debuff. It increases damage done by Arciela only. I think it's 10%. The enemy can no longer do a brave gain, which is green numbers, so think about Yuffie's EX debuff. And it recovers one use of her skill 2, which is HP silence. So I think the proper way to open with her is to skill 1 for the free, burn a skill 2, that's a use, and then LD right after to get that up, and then her EX will be charged right after that. So she basically gets more skills, she hits harder, more eye brave, so she can abuse her fast cast better. I think that's how it sounds good on paper. Her calls, her regular call is pocket, it's skill 2, it's pocket HP silence, and then her other frame, which is brave and speed down, which is very nice if you're doing debuff stacking. Shout out to Belial. And her LD call is the same LD move, pocket no brave gain, situationally good. Sadly, no one else can benefit from the HP damage up on that debuff except Arciela, so keep that in mind. For my polls and thoughts, I'm also capped on tickets at the moment, so that's part of what's influencing my decision, but I like Arciela. She's got good pocket utility. Sadly, she's not even close to as meta as she was previously. They leaned harder on her utility, and my pulse in the community is telling me that she's pretty much getting skipped. And you know what? I don't blame you. I want to say she's good to have in your pocket, but at the same time, I can't necessarily think of a good reason to grab her. I don't even remember I went back and checked my YouTube history actually, and the only time I used her was on her lost chapter and the challenges right afterwards. So I don't even know what she'd be good for. Well, that's not true, because she will be good for Transcendence left node. She can work on the Transcendence 1 final node as well. And I know she's been run plenty of places, except I never felt like using her. So it's not to say she's bad, but I think I'm going to, in my new game plus global, I'm going to try and run her back a little more, because I do enjoy the speed down and the debuff shenanigans sort of things. It's even harder to check if I used her call, so I can't quite think of when I'd use that as well. But again, situationally good. Now for her Lufenia, I hate this fight too. It's another dispel orb like Beatrix, right? These guys can dispel you with an all attack like in the chaos unless they're silenced when they turn gray. I think a lot of people haven't seen that move, because a lot of people pulled Arciela on release because she was a meta easy pull stomp content. Now she's not as popular, so this isn't a new mechanic, guys. It inflicts a nasty debuff as well. I forget what it does. They inflict the debuff at threshold as well. I'm sure there's a pattern of their buffing, but I can never figure it out. It seems random, and I'm waiting for the Macnol boss guy to figure out when these guys buff. Because if it really is random, this fight really just is trash. You can't paralyze them, you can't target lock them. Balthier is going to shine here. He's going to be eating like crazy, bruh. Because he can cleanse the party with the debuff they put on, he can steal their buffs, and then dispel. Balthier is going to be fantastic here, so please run him. If you do eat the all attack, he can Esno the debuff away, and his damage up and dispels. And the turn count is relatively tight, I think, because I remember in my Beatrix, Hope, and Arciela run, the turn count was 75, and I had it at 70 and at Onion Knight Birth Friend, although I might not have been playing super effectively because there wasn't a primary damage doing on that team, so it is what it is. I know it's also possible to damage race this one, but that's not as well. I don't like doing that personally, but I predict a lot of lightning runs and coming back and then timing the dispels, because I don't think they buff at threshold. So yeah, you just gotta play around it. What's it called? Oh yeah, try your hardest to kill them at the same time. Otherwise, the other one heals like crazy. I think it's like a 10% heal if one dies before the other and not at the same time, and it gets crazy buff. So please kill them at the same time, or you might have a dead run on your hand. I plan to run Balthier, Ramza, and Arciela for speed down stacking and dispels. Not sure if that's set in stone, but that sounds like a very fun team to run, and I'm really excited to see some creativity from the community here. Like I said, I think Vincent will be good for this one, or solid at least, workable. And I got completely proven wrong on Medusas, by the way. But especially if you stack Vincent with the Vanille Spear, I could see him doing work here. But yeah, this fight's tricky again. Dispel orbs suck, and I'm glad. I think this is the last one ever, because I think Square Enix got the memo. So thank you guys for that. Alright, hope you enjoyed the clip. please drop a like on this video and subscribe to my channel for more content like this. Please be sure to check out the full video and the card, and I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.